Hello, my name's John, this is my Sword of Omens dagger, and you're watching Wargames, Models and Other Hobbies. Hello and welcome back to another video. You may have seen in one of my previous roundups an unboxing to my Sword of Omens dagger. I'll leave a link in the description. Since getting it, I've wanted to replace the Eye of Thundera on the dagger itself. Now, I want it to look a bit more like the cartoon rather than the Eye of Sauron. So in this video, I'm going to create a new eye. I'm going to take out, or attempt to take out, these ones and then put the other ones in. So the first step I need to do is measure this up so I can start working on CAD. So now I've completed the CAD, I've made a 3D print of the Eye of Thundera, and the next step, I need to prime the Eye of Thundera. So here we have it all nice and primed. Now I've primed it, the next step is painting. And now I've painted it, the next step is doing another one. So I didn't want to bore you with the whole process of that. So that's why I went through it quite quickly. The eyes themselves, I will run through the colours that I used to paint them. So let me just zoom out a little bit so you can see. So the first thing I did was paint the whole thing with Blood Angel's Red contrast paint, just to get a nice even coverage over the whole thing. I then did a dry brush of Evil Sunz Scarlet, followed by another dry brush of Troll Slayer Orange, and then did a few patches again with the Evil Sunz Scarlet. The iris is a mixture of Nuln Oil and Agrax Earthshade, just to get some depth, and then I just used an old gloss varnish to go over the top of both of them, so we get that nice shiny surface. Now on the back of them I have got holes for magnets in case I want to magnetize these. I'm not too sure yet. Purpose of this video is to see if I can take out the old eye and see what these ones look like. And as you saw from before, I do have two others, one unprimed and one primed. I may do another paint scheme where the eye itself is yellow, as it's sometimes depicted in the cartoon. So going to move these to one side to keep them safe. Let's bring the dagger in and let's zoom in, and I'm going to see if I can remove this. So I'm actually going to use one of my sculpting tools, which has a little spoon on the end of it, to see if I can get this up. Yep, okay, that's nice and easy. So I want to be nice and careful, because if this does go wrong, I want to be able to put this back in place. There we go. Okay, that was just a little plastic sticker. There's enough residue on this that I'm going to see how this sits in. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit, see how this looks. So there we have my Eye of Thundera in that. I really like that. So let me just carefully pop this out, and I'm going to remove the eye from the other side. Okay, there we go. So I am thinking of getting the full Sword of Omens in the same style as the dagger. Going to need to save for a little bit for it. But I like the idea of having both of them. That definitely looks like the Eye of Sauron. Oh well, that's alright. Let me just stick both of these to this bit of styrene. Don't want to lose them. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, first things first. Let's see how they fit. And they do fit quite nicely. Now, what I'm going to do, I have some magnets here. I'm going to see if these magnets stick to this. They might not. Got one there. You know what? They look... yeah, they look like they're sticking. Now, what I'm thinking... I think this is a zinc handle. They're definitely sticking to the blade here. They are sticking to that. Let me have a quick look to see how easy it's going to be right now to put the magnets in here. I bet it's just slightly the wrong size. Yeah, so if I glue them in, they are going to be slightly proud of the base, and I don't know if that's going to be a problem. Excuse the fly if you can hear it zipping around. It's just decided to start flying around the microphone. Now, do I just go for it? Or, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a temporary fix for now. I have some number plate tape here. I'm thinking on my feet here while I'm doing this. I didn't plan too far ahead with this video. Let's just use some blue tack for now. Put this in place on both sides. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to have something that it goes closer with. But for now I'm going to just stick with this blue tack. Let's zoom out completely. So there we have the new Eye of Thundera, which actually I'm really happy with. I'm going to have a little think for a while about how to attach that. So for you, it's going to be a few seconds. For me, it could be anything from a couple of minutes to a day or two. But I'll see you in a second. So for you guys, it's been a few seconds. For me, it's been a few minutes. I think I'm going to glue these in place. And what I'm actually going to do is use some of this Gorilla Glue Clear. Now, it's quite old and it's gone yellow, so it's Gorilla Glue yellow, but we're not going to see it. What I need to do is get a little bit of water, so just put it in my paint cleaning jar. This is because this type of glue is activated by water when you put it in place, so it needs to be slightly damp. So this is going to go on like that. So I am going to put a bit of water in the middle there, not too much. There we go. And then I'm going to get this Gorilla Glue. The reason why I'm using this rather than super glue, I've used it before and I'm hoping if it does go wrong and I decide to change my mind, I can ease it off carefully from the metal itself. If not, hey ho, you live and learn. So, I'm going to put this in place. Need to make sure I line it up just right. And it'll take a little bit of time to dry when it's in place. So I'll just do one side for now rather than both of them. So looking at that, just want to make sure it's lined up correctly. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to leave this for a little bit to dry, then I'll glue the other side on, and then we'll have a look at what it looks like when I've finished. So I'll see you in a second. So the glue is drying. I've positioned both of the Eye of Thunderas on my Sword of Omens dagger. Really happy with the way that this turned out. If we have a look at the original eyes, yeah, they look like the Eye of Sauron. This one, in my eyes, looks more like the cartoon. Granted that sometimes you might have the yellow iris, but I quite like the black one there like that. So I'll leave some images and I think I'll do a little turnaround of the dagger at the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed this upgrading of this item that I've got. But for now, all I can say is thanks for tuning in. My name's John, and you've been watching War Games, Models, and Other Hobbies.